When I was younger, I lived a very unhealthy lifestyle. I shoveled food in my mouth with really no purpose, and because of that, my health suffered drastically. I would get out of breath by doing simple tasks such as walking up a flight of stairs, or my chest would hurt by doing things such as strenuous exercise. If I had stayed on the path that I was on, I would have undoubtedly gained heart disease or diabetes in my future. However, I took a long look at myself and realized I need to make a change in my lifestyle. However, to fully change my lifestyle, I had to self-educate myself on all the different aspects of what makes a person healthy. And that's why I decided to pursue exercise science as my career. Because by doing that, I've been educated extensively on all the different aspects of a healthy lifestyle. And that's why I believe the first step a person can take to pursue a healthy lifestyle is by analyzing your diet. Because by analyzing your diet, you're becoming more conscious of the food being consumed. You are preventing chronic diseases from arising in your future. And looking at the bigger picture, you are limiting the amount of deaths in the United States that could have been prevented. Now you're probably wondering, why do I personally need to change my lifestyle? Well, to answer that, let's take a look at the numbers. Looking at this chart, which shows the leading causes of death in the United States, you can see number 1 is cardiovascular disease, number 2 is cancer, and number 3 is some form of respiratory disease. All three of those can arise from an unhealthy lifestyle. But if we look more specifically at the ones that have been proven to be prevented through a healthy lifestyle, such as heart disease, cancer, respiratory issues such as COPD, and diabetes, it shows that the numbers are still drastically high. But if we look more specifically at those numbers, out of all of the cases of heart disease in the United States, it's been shown 34% of those cases could have been prevented through a healthy lifestyle. Where you look at respiratory diseases such as COPD, there at the bottom right there. 39% of COPD cases in the United States could have been prevented by living a healthier lifestyle. Another question you might be asking is, why do I need to do it now? Why can't I wait? Why can't I do it when I'm older? Well, a study conducted by the CDC has shown that it is easier to stick to a lifestyle change earlier in your life than pursuing a lifestyle change later in your life. Now that we know why we need to change our lifestyle, let's talk about how we can do it. The first step to living a healthier lifestyle is by analyzing your diet. And ways you can analyze your diet is by looking at dietary guidelines set out by the CDC or the USDA. One of the most prominent dietary guidelines out there is called the MyPlate guideline. The MyPlate guideline states that in one meal, on your plate for that meal, you should have a quarter of that plate be of fruits, vegetables, protein, and grain. And you should have a serving of dairy with every single meal. And by doing that, it gives a representation of portion control, and by showing the healthy amounts of food that should be consumed. And other ways you can analyze your diet is through doing meal prep or by planning your meals. By planning your meals in the beginning of the week, you have your meals planned out for the entire week. That way you reduce the urge to want to go out to a restaurant and eat or go eat fast food. Another way to analyze your diet is through tracking the macronutrients. Macronutrients are carbohydrates, protein, and lipids. By tracking those and putting a number to what you are consuming, it allows for you to be more conscious of what you are truly consuming, and allows for you to keep at a healthy level of those macronutrients. But looking at what you can do, let's look at what your diet should consist of. A healthy diet should be consisting of less processed foods, so less snack foods such as chips, pretzels, Cheetos, foods with less saturated fat, so less sweets, less baked goods, foods with less sodium, so as I said earlier, potato chips, French fries, those type of things, less salt when you're cooking. Because by not limiting those, you are hindering your body's performance and setting your body up for failure. But enough of me talking. Let's talk about the science behind it. A study conducted by Harvard University has stated that the primary prevention of stroke is by living a healthier lifestyle. A study conducted by University of Texas has stated that living a healthier lifestyle has limited the mortality rate of cancer survivors. Another thing, by limiting the amount of saturated fats and sodium in your diet, you are limiting the amount of plaque buildup within your arteries and your heart, limiting your chance of getting cardiovascular disease. However, it can be very difficult to change your lifestyle, going from one extreme of eating unhealthy to one extreme of eating healthier. And some of the challenges that people have realized are things such as cost, because typically healthier foods are more expensive. However, there's a way to maintain a healthy lifestyle by using lower cost alternatives. Another thing that can come up are cravings. Cravings naturally happen. They are nothing to be scared of. As long as your lifestyle choices are consistently healthy, satisfying one of those cravings will not hinder the progress you have already made so far. Now I'd like you to imagine that you start tracking your food and you're starting to live a healthier lifestyle. Your risk of gaining heart disease in the future has gone away, and by you changing your lifestyle, you're inspiring other people around you to change their lifestyles, and they're inspiring people also. And by doing that, just by you changing your lifestyle, you are changing the lifestyle of the people around you and possibly lowering the amount of cardiovascular disease and diabetes from arising among the people around you. However, if we truly want to see a change in the ever-raging epidemic of obesity, we must take our first steps and change our eating habits. And one way we can truly analyze our diet is by going out to an electronics store, a Walmart or a Best Buy, and buying a Fitbit Versa. I personally bought one when I was going through my lifestyle change. A Fitbit Versa allows for you to pay attention to your calories burned and your calories intaking through logging your food. It makes it easier to analyze your diet. I truly do believe that the first step into living a healthy lifestyle is through analyzing your diet. However, if we do not change now, we could see an influx of cases and chronic health risks such as cardiovascular disease and diabetes that could have been changed by doing one simple thing.